In our project, Kasama Hindi Iba, we aren't just aiming for awareness. We are driving kinetic action. But how do we know if we're actually shifting the culture from avoidance to respect? Hello, I'm Lizy and I will be reporting, monitoring, and evaluation of our project. Our M&E is built on the same socio-ecological model that inspired our framework, tracking change from individual child to broad policy systems. The M&E logic model, so this ensures that every kinetic action in our strategic framework leads to a measurable impact. So we have 5 levels here: inputs, activities, outputs, outcomes, and the impact. So of course we have different description in the different levels and their KPIs. For our monitoring plan, of course, the monitoring will be continuous to ensure the 5 operational pillars, the advocacy, information sharing, social networking, capacity building, and community participation are moving in sync. So for the digital and information sharing, we have engagement rate, webinar completion, and then the website traffic. So for the engagement rate, we will be tracking the likes, the shares, the comments on the hashtag Kasama Challenge and educational infographics. And for the webinar completion, we the number of educators and HR leaders who complete the inclusive classroom or the workplace neurodiversity sessions. And for the website traffic, we the downloads of Respectful Language 101 guides and the LGU policy kits. We also have the community and policy advocacy. We have here the LGU adoption and the strategic alliances. Of course, in the LGU, these are the number of the barangays that formally adopt or update inclusive programs following campaign engagement. And for the strategic alliances, the number of active partnerships formed with NGOs and private businesses for the mobilization alliances. Third, the evaluation plan. So it occurs at specific intervals, the baseline, midline, and endline. It is to assess the deep-seated cultural shift. For the A, the CAP gap analysis, knowledge, attitude, and practice. Using the initial research as a baseline, we will resurvey the primary segment, the families, and the students to measure their knowledge, the attitude, and then the practices. And then for the B, the policy and institutional audit, we will be evaluating the tertiary segment, the policymakers, the LGUs, to see if the Magna Carta for PWDs is moving from paper to practice. And then for the M&E data collection tools, we will be using 5 tools to measure our campaign. So first is the social media analytics. The frequency, we'll be using it weekly. The target segment is the general public and the Gen Zs. The second one is the pre and post training test. Per session, the target segment are the educators and then the HR managers. And for the focus group discussion or FGDs, we'll be doing it biannually. PWDs and their families are our target segment. And for the policy tracker, we will be doing it quarterly. And of course, our target segment is the LGU officials. And lastly, the annual inclusion survey. We will be doing it annually. And then the target segment is cross-cutting the general public. Our evaluation will be anchored in the 4 UN Sustainable Development Goals. We will measure our impact on SDG 10 by tracking the social and economic inclusions of PWDs. We will evaluate our progress in SDG 4 and 8 by assessing the accessibility of our schools and workplaces. And through SDG 16, we will verify if our local institutions are truly enforcing justice for the PWD community. This M&E plan will serve as a roadmap to ensure that inclusion is no longer a niche project, but a collective institutional duty. We will continue to track every gear and measure every ripple until Kasama Hindi Iba becomes the live reality for every Filipino. Because when inclusion is the norm, we all move forward. Thank you so much for watching my video.